Okay, it's like a mini game. And what is supposed to happen here? I did miss that. Maybe we're just giving a nice concert. Oh, I missed one note. Doesn't really seem to happen anything, right? Last time I missed one note. Maybe I have to be perfect with that? I guess missed again one. Oh, to walk faster. Thank you very much, Miss Elliot Smith. And yes, Nuke Ziki, I read chat. However, I was trying to do the mini game there, so sorry about that. And remember that I'm playing this blind, so not everything is perfect. But welcome, Miss Elliot Smith, and welcome New CK3 to the stream. Hope you're doing fine. At this point, I don't really want to walk faster, so it's fine. Let's hear a story. Okay. You spend a while in the cold shade of this gas station. You notice 3 kids sitting beside their family car, while the parents argue loudly with the cashier inside. The children seem embarrassed. You see the oldest brother lean over and distract his siblings with a story. Yeah, let's listen in. He starts telling them a story about the shootout between the female bootleggers and the cops. Oh, interesting, we heard about those. You realize almost instantly that he's telling a new version of the tale of the woman arrested for bootlegging, but with new, exciting, over-the-top details. He tells it well, yeah. When the parents come stomping furiously out of the gas station, you make yourself scarce, missing the end of the boy's new story. But the part you heard is definitely easy to remember. It'll stick with you for a while. Ooh, nice. So those stories can evolve. That is nice. I like that. And thank you, Wintermong. The Winter Mod. So what's in here?
The stream is a clear, reflective shade
I
of
missed
blue,
you, Sting.
unusual in this region, where bog iron colors the river's brown. Across the way, a goat with great leather wings laps up the water, its sunken red eyes fixed on your every movement.
Why is everything so creepy now?
You now notice the unnatural absence of wildlife. No fish swim in the stream. No birds sing in the trees. The winged goat drinks with a forked tongue, only abstractly concerned with your presence.
Demon goat, yeah, exactly. I'm not sure if approaching the goat is the right call here. Let's drink water.
You cup the water in your hands, ice cold somehow, and take a swallow, soothing the coarseness in your parched throat. Clear as the water is, the stream bed isn't visible, even looking straight down.
Let's jump
Your
right
feet
in.
don't reach the bottom, so you float in the cool water, feeling washed clean. The ripples flow as far as you can see, never fading. The
Hey,
winged
goat.
goat snorts and heads in the other direction.
Interesting. Oh, now I get how it works. But I'm way too slow with this. So we can search this. Let's do it. A jet black crow alights on the low branch of a twisted tree. Look at you, it calls. Think you got some good stories already? Well, I heard better, much better, hey? It seems to wink at you. Want to hear my tricks? Oh, yeah, sure. The last crow was pretty helpful. The ones you got now, pathetic stuff. You tell those stories around and they'll come back more exciting, more satisfying. So always listen to the stories other folks tell. Their tales are less true, sure, but more useful around the campfire. Ah, okay, so that is another tutorial thing that if we listen to the other stories, we can use that to actually gain more stories at the campfires.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Squidgeneer with the resub. Thank you very much, and continue your membership of the Acolytes. How are you doing, sir? Did I say I love this voice? Pretty sure I've heard it a few times before. Yes, Luckless found out that it's actually Sting, the musician. So, yeah, I am raving about this voice the whole stream. And I also proclaimed my never-ending love to Sting. The boss has a point about the true ones, though, the crow admits. They're extra interesting. You learn a couple folks' true life stories and everyone will like them, no matter what kind of story they think they want to hear. Okay, any other tips? Well, everyone's the captain of their destiny. It gives a burst of laughter. And no bootstraps in the world that can save you now, but the choices you make, they change the kind of story you can tell. It ruffles its feathers, a sort of shrug. Choose wisely or don't. Ha. Oh. Black Morokai with the raid. Welcome Black Morokai and the Moro Kaisers, I think. Saw Sting concert, was pretty good. So you're the second one in chat who was at a Sting concert. Mikios earlier also saw Sting live. Dang it, gotta go later, Echo. Alright, Iraqi, have a good day. Thank you for stopping by. And welcome again, Black Morokai. How was your stream? How was Final Fantasy? The Yeeters have arrived. That's true, yeah. It's been a while since I heard Black Morokai yeet. Now I only hear lul. Okay, let's search this one.
Low tide on a moonless night.
Is this sperm?
This beach is long, stretching toward a receding sea. In the darkness, the sand seems coarse and gray. Alien. The stars are dim and distant.
Oh, one crash of Final Fantasy and 2 crashes of OBS. GG. Oh, that sucks, Black Morokai. That always sucks. Do you know what the reason is? Do you know how to fix it? That always sucks when technical issues occur. I hate that. But it happens to the best. Don't worry. Yeet yeet. No, not now, but I will find something. Yeah. Good luck with that. Hope you can fix it easily and quickly. Hope it works out well, because I really hate when something like that happens and then you have to spend like hours to find out what it is, and then you need more hours to actually fix it. That always sucks. You got your affiliate mail. Awesome. Congratulations, Black Morokai. Give some punders for Black Morokai for getting affiliate status. That's awesome. So nice, Squid. Akko can pronounce it so nicely too. Athelas. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a nerd or something, so I don't know about this Lord of the Rings thing, so I have no idea what you're talking about. So look at the sperm on the horizon, because it really looks like sperm on the horizon.
It outshines the stars with its presence, a streak of sickly colored light, leaving a trail of distorted fire. It slowly creeps along the sky like a vast worm, though you know that, given the distance, it must be moving at great speed.
Yeah, look, keep looking at that sperm thing. Oh, Black Morokai! Thank you for the resub. I'm very generous of you. And to you too, welcome back, or what can you call if someone stays? Congratulations for staying an acolyte. Thank you for staying an acolyte. Either way, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And we will keep looking at the sky now.
Its parabola heads south to north. In the far distance, just for a second, a boardwalk town is engulfed in light. With a rumble, its street lamps and windows dim, then go dark. All that you can see emanating from there is an otherworldly color that you can't quite name.
Okay, interesting. The light from the skies. And we appear to be tired again. But now we're here in, or around New York City, right? So I want to head north to upstate New York and see what we can find there, and then circle back. Though I'm a bit lost still. Are we in... So there's something. Okay, let's search this one and see what's inside.
By nightfall, the hospitality of this sleepy hamlet, combined with their superstitious tales, has both overstuffed your stomach and filled you with a hollow dread. Folks say these woods are full of apparitions, witches, and worse. You curse yourself for getting on the road so late.
Okay, that is not creepy at all.
In the moonlight, every valley and hollow at the feet of the Tappan Zee seems like a stolen shred of the abyss itself. Fireside tales seem less fanciful, and every cackling crow and moaning whippoorwill seems like a demon perched on the shivering, spindly trees.
Floaty hat is floaty, yeah. There is some creepy stuff going on in this game.
But something cuts through the noise. the muffled sound of hooves galloping on the cold, muddy road. When he finally slows his horse alongside you, it's as though he had just appeared out of the mist. He's astride a gigantic black courser, and though his boots are muddy and ragged, he wears an immaculate coat with great, shining buttons.
Nice.
From his saddle hangs an antiquated flintlock and a cavalry saber. In the darkness, you can hardly see above his towering shoulders.
Good day, sir.
His voice is a rumbling croak, deep, but as though his throat is filled with thorns. Have you happened upon a cannonball around here?
Cannonball.
You can tell English isn't his first language.
Ha! A fellow German.
German is. His hand, so pale it's almost blue in the moonlight, grips the reins in a fist.
Run the hell away. No! I will greet my fellow German. I mean, he's basically doing what every German in every story does, looking for weapons. So... But no, I haven't seen any cannonballs. I'm sorry. I call you Dieter. Hello, Dieter.
You mumble an apology and watch as he silently rides away, back into the mist. He's cloaked in black, you notice from behind, but the blood running down over his shoulders glints crimson in the moonlight.
Sorry. Maybe we will see each other again, Dieter. He definitely looks cool. And though he was creepy, he was not unfriendly. He was just looking for his cannonball. And haven't we all been there at some point in our life? Looking for a cannonball. So let's get close to the Canadian border again. And search this little hut.
As you walk along the river near an unfinished bridge, a man with a tool belt catches sight of you. Hey, over there, he calls out. You look like you could use a quick way to get some hard-earned money. Hard-earned is right. The bridge hangs high over a perilous drop.
Yeah, always can use some money.
Great, he exclaims. Suppose you'll want a safety belt. We Thunderbird people don't need them. We fly when we fall. He chuckles.
Yeah, no, give me the belt.
You find yourself up high, looking over the rushing river that crashes around the foundation of the bridge. As you work side by side, the man mentions, "You can see Thunderbirds up here if you know how to look."
Thunderbirds?
You ask him to explain. Practice your peripheral vision, if you dare. Last thing you need up here is for them to see you seeing them and come swooping at you,
Okay.
he says laughingly.
Yeah, please no swooping while we're up there.
You only see the clouds thicken. It sure does pass the time working. The man pays you well when you're done with the job.
Nice. The bridge builders. Let's see, I think we're... Yeah. So if we go this way, we would go back where we found the dog, the dead dog thing, and the white deer. So I guess we can now head back, and I think I will now visit New York City. Let's try to move a little quicker. I don't really like that you have to do this little QuickTime event. They should have just done it without the QuickTime event. The idea of whistling to move faster is nice, but I don't need the QTE, by the way. Also, a quick reminder for everyone who's watching, I am giving away a game for everyone who wants to enter. If you want to find out more about the game, just enter !giveaways. It's Overgrowth, a nice game about rabbits. Yeah, you can find out more if you type in !giveaway. There's the link to the Steam page, and if you want to enter the draw, just enter !over. Sorry, it's giveaway, not giveaways. Sorry, Shadow. So if you want to enter, just enter !over, and you have a chance of getting the game. Now let's enter New York City. The air stings of gasoline and trash, and you are boxed in by brick. But damn, there's something invigorating about that stink. God, you feel there's an engine in your chest. And Squidgeneer entered. That is a good moment to see if it actually works. I think Squid is the first one trying. Yeah, it works. So everyone can enter, and at the end of the stream, I will randomly pick one of you to win the game. That's how it works. Let's first have a look at the store. And if I understand it correctly, we have like on the right side these coins, these money coin, I guess that's like a health or life coin, and a sleep coin. And I'm not sure if you can have multiple, but we already earned some money in Boston, so maybe we should just buy some hot apple cider to cure our sleepiness. That feel when you come back from tea time and you have more work. Oh, that sucks, Miro. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Miro. But at least maybe we can entertain you with a lovely voice of Sting. Yeah, let's buy. Oh, now I see. Now the dollar sign is like halfway filled. Ah, I see. Okay, we're finding out stuff. So let's try to first have a look at the train station. So we basically need a full coin to either travel to Boston, Washington, or Detroit. Let's try to earn some money again. Yep, give all the money to Morokai if he wants it. Okay, so since I'm not a native speaker, what does panhandle mean? I don't know that word. Can anyone help me? Oh, back. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for the help. Okay, I never heard that word. Let's look for work again. The factory gates swing open. Who here can use a sewing machine? Shouts the foreman. Oh! Thank you for the biddies, Mikios. Thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Really appreciate that. Biddies, yes. Awesome, thank you. So where was I? Who here can use a sewing machine? Shouts the foreman. You can mend holes with a needle and thread, but you haven't lived in the same house as a sewing machine in years. I mean, if we can't handle a sewing machine, we won't earn any money anyway, right? Even if we try, like the best thing that will happen is that it doesn't work out and that we don't get any money, right? Well, let's not raise our hand. You don't much like the idea of walking through those heavy doors into the power of those cruel-eyed folks under the burden of a lie. You stay silent. They take in a few more workers for hauling and lifting, but that's the end of it. No work today. Super top secret bullshit. Ooh. So, talking about it, I saw a tweet like yesterday or the day before by one of the guys who works for, I think, CD Projekt Red, and it was kind of a mysterious tweet, and it was like, if guys want to see Geralt of Rivia join like another project, or if we want to see him in something else later down the year, and then someone else suggested that maybe they're doing a Nintendo Switch port, and maybe Geralt would join a new Super Smash Brothers or something like that. I mean, it sounds far-fetched to me, but that would be pretty awesome. That might be a reason for me to buy a Switch. Just saying. Yeah, so let's explore New York City.
The engines belch black smoke as the ferry churns gray water into froth. A broad-shouldered figure leans out over the rail, eyeing the skyscrapers on the horizon. Nearby, a man and a woman speak in low, urgent voices. He takes her wrist gently. She is weeping softly.
Yes, Sting, talk to me more, please. Please. Let's listen to the couple.
I wish you didn't have to go.
She says.
There's gotta be work on some of those buildings going up.
His thumb skates over her pulse point.
I checked every day for a week. There ain't. I'll be back, though. Got your picture in my wallet, don't I? It's not forever.
Let's hear some more.
Her words are split by a sob.
Might as well be. My parents didn't come to New York for this.
She leans against him, the wind tousling her hair. He pulls her to his chest.
I'm leaving because I gotta go. If there was another way...
They stand together, close, quiet, in the stiff breeze.
Aww. What a sad little story. So, where do we want to go now? So, I think for now I will go further down the coast. For now. But there's also the kid in Pennsylvania. However, I think we should collect more stories first. Since we now learned that the stories can evolve and get better to get better results, we also only got one story leveled up, so to speak. So I think for now we will just walk towards Philadelphia slowly but surely. Oh, it's stuttery, the game right now. Oh, is this another crow place? So far the crows have been helping us a lot. You notice a black crow sitting on a fence post, watching you with unsettling intensity. Hey! it blurs. Hey, friend, hey, you hear about trains? It gives a throaty cackle. Locomotion! That's alive. Got some good travel tips here. I mean, so those are the tutorial crows, right? But let's hear about it. You ever ride a train? And us? With your budget, you'll need to. Hop on at a train yard, though. Fast and convenient, but the railroads builds really don't like it when you ride in the empty boxcars. If you get caught, you'll get beaten. Hops and pecks at something on the ground. On the positive side, maybe you'll meet someone to trade stories with. But if you don't like the sound of that, you could hitchhike. Find a friendly car. Loves. I feel sorry for you, landlubbers. No wings, just motors. You can't even cross rivers when you want to. Only at safe crossings. Got a point there. I always do. You notice that its beak doesn't move as it speaks. But before you can tell anything else about it, off it flies. So taking the train is not only a way for fast traveling, but also you can possibly gain new stories. Gotcha. So let's see what we find here.
The stream is a reflective shade of blue. Unusual in this region.
The goat again. Demon goat. The return of demon goat.
Across the way, a goat with great leather wings laps up the water. Its sunken red eyes fixed on your every movement. You now notice the unnatural absence of wildlife.
Oh, so
no fish
wait, that's
swim
the same
stream.
encounter we had before.
No birds sing in the trees. The winged goat.
So they
drinks
repeat?
with a forked tongue,
That's a bit disappointing.
only abstractly concerned with your presence.
Well, last time we drank the water, so now let's approach the goat.
Over the hill, a scorched one-room house lies abandoned, 2 of its 4 walls in ruins. The goat rears up, front hooves curled, and stretches its wings out to their full breadth.
Yeah, draw closer.
The goat opens its mouth and wails, a protracted, shrill sound, indistinguishable from the cry of a human infant. It only begins to stop when you take several steps back.
Okay.
The winged goat doesn't follow. Instead, it lies down inside the burnt house, surrounded by portraits of a large family, glass frames stained brown from smoke.
Jeez. So now we have... Sounds like a cursed being, some sort, kind of. There's another campfire. The train station. Philadelphia doesn't have its own story thing. What? This is a special... Hear a story. Oh, let's hear the story. A long black car rolls up in front of this hotel. Out steps a woman in an extravagant hat and coat, followed by a whole crowd of hangers-on. Is she a singer? An actress? You don't recognize her face, but to your surprise, you recognize the story she's telling. Ooh. Sounds like you need a witcher. Exactly. That is also true, Athelas. Who doesn't need a witcher? Also, if I had a witcher, if Geralt was here, I could make a decision of whose voice I like more, Sting's or the voice actor of Geralt. We need a voice off. Listen in. In a sharp, transatlantic accent, she's telling everyone in her party a story about the ghost of the well-heeled hobo. It's clearly the story of the last bottle of Armagnac, but changed in a few entertaining ways. Keep listening in, yeah. Isn't that something? She asked. Her various followers agree. She pays the driver of the limousine and sweeps into the hotel like a thunderstorm of red velvet. Someone should do a picture about it, you hear her exclaim. Okay, so she basically levels up the story of the Armagnac Man. You just reminded me how much I love Geralt's voice. Yeah. It is not only because I'm a Witcher fan, but it is hands down one of the best voices in gaming, period.
A few wanderers like you are looking for a place to camp.
We heard there's a Leatherman cave nearby.
They tell you. They describe a locally famous vagrant who hiked this area for almost 30 years.
He's dead now, but his caves are the best place to camp at any town.
So where is it?
You and the other wanderers find the cave easily, because someone's lit a fire there. As you approach, you see a silhouette bend over the flames with an odd creaking sound, like a door swinging in the wind.
Who's there?
His coat is crudely stitched from leather plates that squeak against each other.
The Leatherman.
Leatherman?
One of the others whispers.
A ghost.
The Leatherman must have heard, but he just stares. His face is corpse still.
Okay, so we can't be that sure that he isn't a ghost because we already talked to ghosts and demon goats and strange white glowing deers that then jump in front of a train. That was a bad day in the office. However, the way this is portrayed, this actually might not be a ghost.
He's eating, you say, and point out his can of beans.
Je ne suis pas un fantôme,
The Leatherman says, and adds,
idiot. Oh,
bursts your companion.
Canadien?
Soon, he and the Leatherman are deep in conversation, and your group has a safe place to rest.
Nice. We connected them as friends. It was only Canadian. Maybe even more creepy than an actual Leatherman, but that depends on the Canadian, I guess.
The edge of summer has turned the ocean choppy and misanthropic, and the skies miserably gray. The boardwalk prophetess lured you into her tent with a promise to read a fortune for free. Seems like business has slowed to a crawl already.
So I just want to take a moment to appreciate the artwork. I really like the drawings they created for those little stories and situations. Okay, let's sit down.
Before you lie the instruments of her profession. There's tarot cards, Rider-Waite, but also Marseille for traditionalists, rosary beads and costume jewelry, and of course, the centerpiece, a great glass globe.
Of course.
With practiced theatricality, she goes directly for the crystal ball, letting her eyes unfocus as though she can see a great distance into it. She brings up names, places, asks if you've known someone called John, if you have a relative in Newark.
Let's be a good sport.
You latch on to what she says, and together you dance towards some insights about your romantic prospects. It's relieving to meet an honest charlatan instead of the ghouls and ghasts of the road. You might even say you're having fun. Until she abruptly stops talking.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Your eyes, she says, her voice suddenly drained of the bassy drama that was her stock in trade. You've met him. You've seen him, too. You carry him with you.
Yes. Did you miss me?
The words that come out of your mouth are not your own. They seem unwilling or unable to form properly out of a human throat. They're more like snarls, warning noises of a vicious animal.
All right, Miro, have a good minute here. You as an artist of the highest quality, I just mentioned that I appreciate the artwork they put in here. I really like the drawings they do for the situations. Yes, I'm not sure if you caught that, but that is actually the voice of Sting, the musician. So, okay, let's try to move.
The glass globe shatters. Your vision is hazy, and your body is not your own. You came far to get away from me, the voice lodged inside you says. But this one has a way of wandering. The fortune teller has collapsed, cowering. Consider your debt to me repaid.
Holy fuck.
When you come to your senses, you're lying face down on the rough wood of the boardwalk, sore and weak. An empty patch of wood, cleaner than the surrounding planks, is all that remains of the fortune teller's tent.
Okay, jeez. That was a dark story. So, there we have a camp. Let's look around. There's Washington, D.C. So I think we will actually go to this camp. However, before I will do that, I will make a short break, get me something to drink, use the bathroom, and then I will be back in a second. So see you in a minute.
My vagrant song.
And I'm back. I see you are liking the screen. And yes, Julie's artwork is all amazing as always. That is what I wanted to say. And yes, Black Mordecai, the whole affiliate protocol thing goes into a lot of detail, but you really have to take your time to work through that. Oh, and Danielle entered the giveaway. Let's see if it worked. Just to be sure here. It worked. Awesome. Beautiful. So, for now, 2 people entered the giveaway competition. Squidgy and Mademoiselle Danielle. If you want to join, just !over. And now let's visit this little camp and see who or what we will find there. Last time we found the guy.
My twin brother Paul and I
the
almost
dogs.
got into trouble, but we were good.
Okay.
We didn't do nothing to anybody till we left.
As Crafty Drunk would say.
Then we hurt a lot of people. Me, more so than Paul, because he didn't make it through. The march I was on, the bonus army, it's less a bonus and more an acknowledgement of what I've had to suffer. Civilians will never understand. But anyway, do you know any good sad stories? True ones?
Sad stories. True sad stories. Ooh. It was a tragic story, okay? Maybe the ones of the brothers who thought they, or at least who thought they were brothers. That was pretty sad and tragic. What else do we have? The story of the boy who ran away. Oh, well, maybe not that. Story of the couple parted by unemployment. That is pretty sad. Tragic, yeah, maybe. No, that's just creepy. Quinn's Adventures. The story of the white deer in Burlington. Of the builders. Tell the story of the rider in the woods. Not really tragic. That's all. That was pretty tragic with the dog. Let's tell the story about the dead dog.
I wish I could talk about what happened in the trenches the way you do.
Oh,
I'd help someone to understand.
I mean, a dead dog is always tragic. Why is the game so pretty? I don't know, but it is really pretty. I agree.
My wishes come true? Well, if I could wish for anything, it'd probably be for a nice, plentiful garden away from everyone else. My own land, my own laws. Have any exciting kind of story?
Exciting.
My memories get my adrenaline up, but they're not exactly fun.
Exciting stories. Let's see what we have here. Fortune teller. Leatherman. That's not really exciting, I guess. Maybe the story of the rider. Nah, that's more suspense, I guess. Well, is that exciting? Maybe of Quinn's Adventures. That could be exciting. Maybe that, the shootout? That could be something. The shootout, maybe it's exciting.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah,
Better
nice.
than war stories, anyway. Authority? The law?
Yeah, get a hang of it.
I had a thought once, in the trenches. You and I, all of us, have the right to the pursuit of happiness. Can't say I've held the Declaration myself, but does it say anything about having a right to achieve happiness?
A scary story. Ooh, we have plenty of those. Scary stories we have. I mean, that would be something. That less. I'm thinking about the two creepy children, but I'm not sure if we already exhausted the category. Ghost Rider. Tell the story of the Silent Twins, yeah. That gave me the chills.
I
And
used to
yes,
love that kind of dark campfire stuff. Imprisonment? The more days I check off, the more I'm convinced that birth is an imprisonment.
sheesh.
I must eat, so I must have money. I must have money, so I must work. It's an inevitable prison. Do you know any happy stories? Hopeful ones?
Happy stories. We're pretty short of those, but maybe the one about the Leatherman. That was pretty uplifting. Maybe. Let's see, what else do we got? I mean, that was a nice story about the two lighthouse keepers. Could be something. Maybe the one with the seagulls? Possibly. Hard to say. Hopeful stories. I mean, I just want to talk about those two lighthouse keepers that gave me tea and cake. They were nice.
For a moment.
Oh, nice.
Just a moment. I felt better about it all too. The past doesn't even feel like it happened. It feels like it's happening in every moment, in every slumber. When your memories come back to you, do they clutch at you? At your heart? So anyway, tell me a funny story.
Funny story now.
You seem like you know a few good ones.
Jeez, you want to hear a lot of stories, brother. Ooh, what do we have? A funny story? Do we have a funny story at all? It seems like everything is so tragic. I mean, maybe something about Quinn. The bridge boulders. Leatherman. Well, let's try Leatherman. I mean, it turned out good in the end. I'm not really sure if you call it funny. The Mistaken Brother, that's not funny. That was
Wish
super
I could tell that
tragic.
one to my sister.
That was super tragic, Nuke. But seems to have worked with the Leatherman.
My faith? Well, God and I haven't been on speaking terms since I got the infection. I gave the fucker so many chances to make things right, and he hasn't followed through. Here's the sun. I've got to go. I'm headed up the road this way.
Oh, he's
Well, that
going
path's
all the way down. Maybe. I mean, probably
Days
at some
come
point.
and go when the terrors return. They'll never be able to pay back what they owe me, but I'll always keep at 'em. What about you? Is there something somebody owes you?
Well, it's more like the other way around. Okay, nice. Let's visit Washington, D.C. Yeah, enter Washington. Okay, let's first have a look at the store. Seems like you get the same stuff everywhere. Let's try to earn some money. You run on the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. And you're gone, Miro. Alright. Lurk away. Have a good time at work. Talking about work, let's look for some. You're waiting for the light to change outside the corner store when the cashier sticks his head out of the window and shouts, "Hey! Got some time? Want a little cash?" I mean, sure. Needs help moving cases of compressed pop fizz into the back room. We go through like 3 of those a week now, he explains. People in this town are absolutely fiends for soda. There's 3 soda jerks in this neighborhood alone. We're still making a killing. That's wild. I can't stand the stuff though, and I'm not sure it's right. How do you mean? You ever read the ingredients? He asks. Curl my hair, no lie. And with that cryptic warning, he tosses you some coin and gets back to selling soda. Okay, we're full of money again. That's nice. So, yeah, let's explore Washington, D.C. Haven't read the text though. It's hard to look at these shining buildings in the direct sunlight. You feel like an ant crawling among the tombs of giants. Away from the monuments though, you find a city that's a little more human.
The mailman's uniform is dated and worn. He sits on the edge of the road, head in hands. He looks up as you approach. Can you help? Car clipped me. I think my legs... Well, I'd appreciate it if you could deliver this for me. He holds out a brown envelope.
Okay.
The letter's addressed to a James Gibson Sr., 120 J Street. But the city stymies you. The blocks run straight from I to K. You stop a man for directions, but he shakes his head and laughs. Someone's playing a joke on you.
There's no J Street.
Well, let's keep looking.
Over here.
A woman in a brown coat overheard your question. She steers you down an alley. Someone's chalked a big orange J on one wall.
I thought Clovis was late. Go left up ahead. Old Man Gibson's the third on the right.
Okay.
As you round the corner, the world changes. J Street is a place out of time. Like the city forgot an entire street a century ago and carried on around it, oblivious. Even the noise and bustle of D.C. can't penetrate this little pocket.
So one could say that this street is only adjacent to the others. Okay, good one. Tough crowd. Knock on his door. Let's do it.
The man who answers is ancient and stooped. He peers at the letter.
I think it's from my son.
I don't see so well anymore.
Will you read it to me?
You tear the letter open. It isn't good news.
Now let's tell him the truth. I'm a believer that even bad news should be delivered.
He fights it, but his face crumbles. Tears roll down his cheeks. It's better to know. I've been waiting a long time for this. His shaking hand takes the letter. Thank you for telling me.
Been a pleasure. Yeah, there was. Okay, what's there going on? Is that like a bridge to cross the water? Yeah, I think so. Cross, yeah. Not for now. I think let's have a look at the map here. Yeah, I think I will move up here. Maybe visit our friend. Explore a little bit of Pennsylvania.
Clouds roll together to fill the sky.
Let's watch this guy churn.
The lightning is so strong that it seems to open a path in the haze above you. You are sure you see massive talons curved around the clouds. The thunder is so immense that the ground trembles. Your lips and hands tingle from the electric charge that fills the air until the dancing lightning passes on over the hills.
Nice. There are sometimes those kind of thunderstorms that are just really beautiful. They seem to be so majestic watching them. And it has something kind of mysterious to it, watching the nature go crazy like that.
You come across a girl picking wild blueberries. She smiles and greets you. On in. She offers you some from her birch bark basket.
Truth didn't save Cow Mom. I don't know who Cow Mom is.
You reach in the basket for blueberries, but pull out a handful of small, smooth stones, all the colors of the rainbow. The snickering girl runs into the trees as fast and light as a rabbit.
Let's throw stones.
When
I
the
guess?
stones reach the top of their arc above your head, they turn into butterflies, all the colors of the rainbow. Your heart leaps in surprise. Incredible.
It is incredible.
My trains run out of track. I won't be no one else to dig my hole. Well, I got no compare.
Who are you? Okay. Got 2 hands? Old man calls. A drowned tree has flattened his front yard and his porch too. His 2 sweaty sons are chopping it into movable pieces. You throw the logs into the old man's cart. At least I can sell it for firewood, he says, tossing you some coin. Nice. Let's have a look at the map, how we're going. Going right through Pennsylvania right now. Okay, let's go all the way north and then work our way back westwards and down towards the camp.
I come down for to take me hand in hand. This will be
That should be where we already were here, right? Just checking the map real quick. Yeah, that's basically where we were. Now we can move to Buffalo. Only thing, I really like the music. Only thing I would complain that there could be a little bit more variety of it, but it's just a small thing, nothing major. So we can search. I think this symbol means we can upgrade the story. Here's story, yes. It's break time at this half-finished bridge. The workers are gathered around a young man who sits on a bucket like a king. They listen rapidly to his story about the immortal seagulls. Oh. Listen to the tale. You realize it's the story of the seagulls and the fisherman, but heavily embellished. The young man on the bucket tells it masterfully, doing all the voices as if he's told it this way 1,000 times before. What a story! It's nothing close to what actually happened, but this version is pretty good. You'll have an easy time remembering it. Nice.
The women are oblivious to your approach.
Ooh.
Their eyes are shut. Their touch, where they hold hands, is gentle. They speak in low tones. One stifles a burst of laughter, but it brings a smile to their faces. "Sorry," says the one who laughed. "Don't be," another assures her. They don't look up.
Yeah, I wish I had Sting's voice as well. It's amazing. I already mentioned that I do want a voice off between him and the voice actor for Geralt, which kind of makes me hot thinking about it. But other than that, the narrator isn't Sting. So what are you talking about the whole time? Thought it was Sting. I'm telling everyone it's Sting, Luckless, because you told me it's Sting. Oh, the wolf dude is Sting. Oh, I see. Well, doesn't matter. You lie to all your viewers. Well, I always refer to you, so it only falls back to you. But other than that, the game is pretty good. I'm liking it. It has a nice flow to it. I really like the atmosphere of it. I wouldn't say it's like the most gripping game, but it's fun to play. It's actually very relaxing, and as I mentioned before, it really gives you the feeling of being on a road trip, and on a road trip through a game. So that's pretty cool. Atlas saying, "Love your voices, Akasamo." Thank you very much. I try my best. I mean, that's the whole part of the game, right? Hearing stories and then telling them wrongly. Dave Fennoy, Lee and Telltale, Walking Dead, Sissy Jones, Delilah, Firewatch, and Kimberly Brooks, Ashley Williams, Mass Effect 3. Don't know what voices are where, but oh, Ashley Williams is here. That's pretty interesting. I haven't played Firewatch, so I don't know the voice of Sissy Jones, but Dave Fenner I know for sure, because he's not only Lee in The Walking Dead, but also Bluebeard in The Wolf Among Us. Oh, Lee is the narrator. That would make sense because it's a very familiar voice. That's interesting. Let's say hi to the ladies.
The branch snaps beneath you. The youngest jerks her eyes open and snatches her hands free from the circle.
It's all right. He isn't coming back.
Soothes the eldest.
Okay.
She turns to you.
You could join us. If you've got something you're grateful for.
I mean, sure. Let's join them.
Your words go unremarked. The youngest, holding your right hand, takes her turn.
And we give thanks for those who left, who we wanted gone, for the skills to thrive without them, and for the companions who make the effort joyful.
Your hands are released. The ceremony is over.
Of course, only to hold hands, Gridgen.
The man is the color of mill dust. His smile creases his face like folds in dough. He gestures you inside the dilapidated structure and shouts over the sound of driving wheels.
You're welcome to sleep here. You don't want to rest by the river. Not in the evening. Insects.
Okay, Luckless, you got me there. However, I will say that I probably would have recognized the voice of Lee anyway on my own. So I was confused, but it was my fault for trusting you. I'm very sorry. You make the puppy in the corner that misses his head, Master said.
Man
Seven
shoves
for
the
break
broken
here.
door closed behind you. The mill is warm, and the air is heavy with the powder kicked up by your entrance. You realize how easy it would be to drift off on this pile of sacks to the loud but constant sound of the grinding wheels.
Let's fight off that drowsiness.
Consciousness is elusive. Your limbs throb with a dull fatigue, and your eyes are sticky with dust. The man suddenly grips your legs and drags you toward the millstone.
You do not love my daughter. You will not have her. I will not let you hurt her.
His voice is pained, not angry.
Fight!
Your hand catches a flour sack printed with brightly colored flowers. A puff of flour makes you sneeze, and you wake. The mill is quiet, its works long disconnected. In your hand is the faded remnant of what might once have been a bag, or a piece of a dress.
The creepy mole. Let's see. Let's have a look on the map. So we can. Let's move further down here. There's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So what do we have here? Another story upgrade. Let's listen to that. You wait in the soup line for over an hour. It's barely crawling along. You round the corner of the building and see far away a long pair of nurses struggling to ladle out soup to the hundreds. "Gonna be waiting here a while longer," sighed the mother lying beside you. Seems like it. You and her get talking. After a while, the topic drifts into a strange place, and she starts telling you about the ancient battle still raging on Boston Street. You recognize it as the story about the strange clamor on the streets of Boston, but way more outrageous than your version. I know that story. You tell her your version. "It's not as exciting," she says diplomatically. "I mean, it sure sounds realer than what I heard, but I think Toby likes mine best." She bounces her child encouragingly on her hip, but Toby's too hungry to smile. Okay. Noise! Let's go here.
You hear the whippoorwill first, shrill and close. Then you see him, high up above the black streaks of wires. A lineman, fraying belt holding him to the pole. A damned bird has come to perch on a power line, stare hungrily at the man's soul.
Yeah, let's creepily watch him.
He's unsteady. His hands are shaky, and his body sways in the wind. You spot his tool bag next to the pole, worn and frayed, much like the man. A half-gone bottle of cheap rye pokes out of it.
Well, let's take the
What's he
bottle.
gonna do? Come down from the pole? You snatch it from his bag in one quick motion and walk away. "Hey!" he starts, but whatever he's about to say slips into a slurred whine as his belt snaps. His body plummets, and his limbs go slack
Uh-oh,
with the
I think we
understanding
just killed
of what is
someone.
happening to him. He tumbles into the tall, dry grass by the side of the road with a muffled noise. All you hear is the call of the whippoorwill. Eager, loud, thankful.